Hey loves, it's Angelica aka Angiebee, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button linked right down there as well as the bell icon. If you're not new, welcome back to this new video. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 5 oils that will grow your hair. If you're interested in knowing what they are, then keep watching. Okay, so these oils are in no particular order. There are 5. I'm going to start with the carrier oils and then move on to the essential oils. If you'd like a video with me differentiating what the difference between essential oils and carrier oils are, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and comment in the section below so I make that. But let's not waste any time and talk straight about the first oil, which is the most easily accessible and one of the cheapest ones. This is olive oil. So olive oil dates back over 10,000 years ago in terms of being used cosmetically, but this is a very amazing oil because it is very moisturizing. It can penetrate your hair shaft and moisturize your hair from the inside out, and it has something really amazing called emollients. Now these emollients are essential fatty acids. I know I'm going to get a little scientific, but I want to break down the reasons why these oils are so good. So olive oil is high in monounsaturated fats and in vitamin E, and also other common fatty acids like oleic acid and squalane. Now I'm sure you guys have heard these fats before, oleic acid and squalane, but it's usually in reference to skincare, but also other oils contain these oils naturally, and olive oil is one of these. Now the great thing about emollients on your hair, they work basically the same way they work on your skin in terms of they smooth your hair shaft and they make it nice and soft and shiny. It creates like a nice coating on the hair, but it also absorbs into your hair at the same time. So I know you might be thinking that oil sitting on top of your hair might be a bad thing, but it's not sitting on top in the same way Vaseline does or like any other kind of pomade, because that just kind of seals your hair and it stops anything else from penetrating the shaft. This is amazing because it gives the hair a little bit of extra slip, which is why I like to use it like when I'm braiding my hair and all that, because it gives your hair a little bit of slip and it helps with your hair not creating single strand knots and tangling. Another good thing about olive oil leaving that little film on the top of your hair is it also makes your hair look nice and shiny. I actually have olive oil in my hair right now, but it is mixed with some other oils, so I'm not going to say it's just olive oil. But as you guys can see, my hair is looking nice and shiny. Another great tip about olive oil is that ingesting it is just as good as putting it on your hair. Of course, I don't mean it's going to make your hair smooth and shiny and not tangle, but eating those essential fatty acids will also help from the inside and out. It helps your skin and your hair with elasticity, which means it will not break easily, and everybody likes good skin and good hair. So why would you not want to try this oil? It is affordable. You can find it basically anywhere. You can find it in a hair store. You can find it in your food section. Just make sure you get extra virgin organic olive oil, and the reason is the less processed an oil is, the better it is for your hair, because less of the vitamins and any of the essential fatty acids, they are less likely to be damaged, and this goes for all the rest of the oils that I'm going to mention in this video. So make sure you just take note of that, because sometimes it'll just be like an oil with no benefits. Just think about it as like an overcooked vegetable, like you're just eating it for the sake. It basically has no nutritional benefit. The second oil is my personal favorite, and if you guys have been on my channel for a while, then you can probably guess what it is. It is avocado oil. I personally love avocado oil. I find it slightly thicker than olive oil, so maybe if you have hair that is finer than mine, you might prefer olive oil. But oh my god, avocado oil makes my hair feel so soft and nourished and shiny, and it is pretty affordable, at least where I am. Now avocado oil also contains the same essential fatty acids as olive oil, but it also has vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin B5. But one thing it has that olive oil doesn't have is biotin. Now, if you are in the natural hair community or you've been trying to grow your hair, I'm sure you have heard about biotin one way or another. There's liquid biotin, there's biotin supplements, biotin infused shampoos and conditioners, but there's a disclaimer here, and I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to ruin your skin or whatever. That's like a topic for another day. But what I want to talk about is the effects of biotin on your hair or on your scalp. Now, here is something that's usually used as just like a marketing tool, because they know we love biotin and we know the effects it has on our hair growth. But it actually has little to no effect when it's put on your skin or on your scalp or on your hair. Biotin is usually only effective if you eat it, or let me say ingest it. So to get the effects of the biotin from avocado oil, I would suggest you use it in your food when cooking, whether it's in a salad or just putting a little bit on top of your food, or just your regular cooking routine, but using avocado oil instead. That is the best way to get the benefits of biotin, because I can promise you, even if they extract the biotin and do whatever, if you get liquid biotin and put it on your scalp, there'll basically be no effect compared to if you actually ingest it. So just keep that in mind. So the same way as olive oil, because of the same fatty acids, it can also nicely penetrate the hair shaft and keep your hair nice, moisturized and shiny. Another great thing about avocado oil is that it actually has minerals that can help seal the actual shaft of your hair, and that locks the moisture in, and it helps your hair look shinier and feel softer for a longer time. And I honestly say I can feel that difference. I don't know how it does it, but whatever those minerals are, they actually do the job, because I always see a difference in my hair. I'm actually out of avocado oil, but I'm definitely going to restock, because just making this video is reminding me how much I love that oil. Another benefit of avocado oil is it can stimulate hair growth, because if you put it on your scalp and massage it into your scalp, it can actually help unblock clogged follicles on your scalp, and that can actually help just free your scalp and let your scalp breathe and have a great environment for your hair to grow. So with that being said, you can probably imagine it is a great oil for thinning edges, because if you put it there even every single day, it is light enough for daily use on your edges. You can massage that in and it will actually help with your hair growth. I actually have a video all about growing your edges back. I'm going to link it in the description box below, so make sure you check that, because any videos that might be related to this one are all going to be linked in the description box, as well as all the oils I have mentioned. I usually buy my oils either just from like my local beauty supply store or a food store, or from Amazon. Amazon is the place where you can get everything. I'm going to link everything in Amazon because it's the easiest place for everybody to find the oils, and they might not be the exact ones that I'm using, but like I said, as long as it's cold pressed or extra virgin, there's honestly no difference between these oils. The next oil and the last carrier oil of the group is castor oil, or Jamaican black castor oil. Castor oil is one of the richest and thickest oils out of the ones that I've mentioned. Not one of, it is the thickest one. And if you have ever used castor oil or come across it, which I'm sure you have, then you know it is extremely thick, and it's not an oil you can use every single day. Now this oil has a different kind of fatty acid called ricinoleic acid. This type of fatty acid is actually great at fighting inflammation, so this is why castor oil is great to put on your scalp. But the reason why I said you can't put it every day is because it is so thick that even if your hair is as thick as mine, it can still cause some sort of tangling, because your hair gets to that really fine, like mushy texture. So if you want to use it on a daily basis or every other day, it is best to mix with any other carrier oil, like the ones I just mentioned, or whatever carrier oil works for me, whether it is jojoba or coconut. I'm not getting into coconut oil for this video, but if you're on my channel, then you know it's not one of my favorite hair oils. So when this is applied on the scalp, it actually helps hydrate your actual follicles, and it makes your hair obviously grow, because your hair is soft, healthy and shiny and moisturized. But just keep in mind what I said, do not over moisturize with this one. And then now, in case you wanted to know what the difference between regular castor oil is and Jamaican black castor oil, there is almost no difference. It is not a different bean or seed. I'm pretty sure it's categorized as a castor bean or seed. Either way, it's the same castor bean or seed. The only difference with Jamaican black castor oil is that the seeds are roasted, and then after the oil is extracted from the roasted beans, there's also a little bit of ash that's included in that, and that is supposed to help with people who have extremely thicker, coarser, drier hair like me. But I have used both regular castor oil and Jamaican black castor oil, and I actually haven't seen a difference in my hair personally, but other people actually see a big difference. So it would be great if you try both of them, and let me know in the comment section below which one you prefer between castor oil or Jamaican black, or if you see a difference or no difference between the two oils. For the fourth oil, this is going to be an essential oil, and it's going to be another one that comes as no surprise to you if you've been on this channel for a while, because this is one of my favorite oils, and it is peppermint oil. Now, I love peppermint oil. Now, peppermint oil is one of the most amazing oils, and it has been used for thousands of years by the ancient Greeks, my ancestors, also the Romans and the Egyptians, and it has been used for cosmetic and health purposes and in food for thousands of years, and it never goes out of style because you guys know this peppermint everything. Peppermint chocolate, if you don't like it, like, you need to grow up, okay? Because peppermint chocolate is the best. Of course, you know, it's in toothpaste and all this kind of stuff, but for your hair, one of the most amazing things that I personally like about peppermint oil is the way it stimulates the scalp. So if you've never used it before, this is what happens when you put it on your scalp, obviously mixed in with another oil, because with essential oils you never want to use them pure ever, because they are extremely potent and in very high doses. So you just want to use a few drops of this mixed in with another oil, and I love it when it goes on my scalp and it gives this like cooling, tingling sensation on the scalp. And the amazing thing with this is while your scalp is tingling, it is going to send blood flow to that area, which is basically your entire scalp. And when there's lots of blood flow, it sends a lot of oxygen, which all goes to the base of your scalp and stimulates your follicles and hair growth. So it actually feels like, you know, it feels like something's happening. And if you're one of those people who likes to feel like your products are working, you would definitely get the satisfaction out of peppermint oil. If you don't want to use peppermint oil in like an oil mix, another way you can use it is putting a few drops of it into your favorite shampoo or conditioner, and make sure you still massage that onto your scalp, and I guarantee you it just feels so refreshing. It's just like the feeling after you brush your teeth in the morning, but in your hair. It's amazing. So unlike the other carrier oils, essential oils are actually quite different. You benefit way more with using them topically than actually ingesting them. So if you put a couple drops of peppermint oil in your food, it will basically have no effect with regards to growing your hair. It might help other things like digestion and stuff like that. I actually love peppermint tea, but it will basically have no effects for your hair. If you put it directly in the form of a diluted other thing, it will work way better. You will see much faster results than ingesting it. And some essential oils can actually be basically poisonous if you ingest them, but amazing on your skin. You need to avoid, and not just avoid, do not use peppermint oil on children. So if you use this hair mix on your own, you can use it in your own hair, but don't put it on your child. It doesn't matter how old the child is. I'm just guessing like 7 and under. Don't quote me on the exact. Maybe you can like consult your doctor or something, or pediatrician, but do not use peppermint on children. It is actually quite bad. Just don't use it on children. Don't use it in their conditioners, in their shampoo. If it's already a kid's shampoo that already has it in it and you've researched it and you're fine with it, that's fine. But I'm talking about manually putting peppermint oil in a mix or on their scalp or whatever. Stay away from that. And now we are going on to the fifth oil, which is tea tree oil, another oil that I use all the time. I love tea tree oil, and tea tree oil actually has very similar effects to peppermint oil in terms of the way it feels on your scalp, but its benefits are actually quite different. Where peppermint is very healing and cooling, tea tree oil is actually antibacterial and antifungal, so it can really help with dandruff, because sometimes you might think you have a lot of dandruff and it's because your scalp is just dry or your shampoo is too harsh or something, but sometimes it's actually a fungal infection. So tea tree oil can actually help with that. And like I said, the same as peppermint oil, it will have to be mixed in with another oil. It can also unclog your pores, not your pores, your follicles on your scalp, and that will obviously help your hair growth, because it will again be a nice clean and cleansed environment for your hair to grow. Because remember, as much as you need to take care of your ends because they are the oldest part of your hair, you have to take care of your scalp because that's actually where the hair is growing from. So tea tree oil can actually help the actual shaft of your hair mixed in with another oil still, because it can actually get off debris and help clean off any chemicals, whether it's like sulfates or anything like that that have been on your hair during the washing process, and that helps your hair look nice and sleeker and shinier. This is another one you should not use on kids topically, and this is the one oil that you should not ingest, like under any circumstances. Don't think like, oh, you know, I've got some sort of health thing and it's antifungal, whatever. You should never ever ingest tea tree oil. It can literally make you go into like a coma or probably death. That would probably happen if you drink a whole bottle, but I'm just giving you like an extreme example of the side effects. And it's not one of those things like, oh, if it's not safe to eat, then why can I put it on my skin? It's just one of those things. It's like a cream or a lotion or whatever, where it says, do not put on bruised skin, do not put on open skin. It's just not meant to be ingested, but has amazing benefits on the outside of your skin. And for my bonus tip, as you know, I always have a bonus. It is, as much as I've told you how amazing every single one of these oils are, make sure you test it out and don't use it because it has amazing benefits, but because it actually works well on your hair. I always give the example of coconut oil because it has amazing benefits. It has a little bit of protein. To some people, it's softening. It has all these amazing properties, but it makes my hair so hard. I've tried it in so many different ways, and coconut oil just does not work for me on my hair. But if I put it on my body, it's amazing. If I put it on my face, it will break me out. So you need to know how to use these oils. Try them out by themselves. Try them out mixed with other oils and see what works for you, because just because something is natural or it works for me or someone else does not mean it's going to work on you. So just keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching. Let me also know what your favorite oil is in the comment section below. Click my face, it's going to be there to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning. Also watch the 2 videos that are going to be on the screen here to see any of my previous videos that you might like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.